Hey everyone, my name is Faith Nichols and I am a gold leader with Young Living Essential Oils, and I am so excited that you decided to watch this video, to take that next step in your health journey. Whatever that journey looks like for you, I'm grateful you are here. My journey started back in August of 2015 and I have never looked back. I was first introduced to essential oils through my cousin because I was having some issues with one of my 4 dogs. And I decided to give her voodoo oils a test. And surprisingly enough, they worked. And so I started investigating more and starting to realize the dangers in the different chemicals and everyday products that I had in my home that were unsafe not only for my dogs and were contributing to a lot of her problems, but also my own family and some of the health issues we were experiencing. So fast forward about 8 months into my Young Living journey, I decided to try this beautiful drink here, this red drink called Ningxia Red. And that's when I really had some wow moments and got me really excited about where I was heading with my own health. At the time, I was driving a school bus as well as running my catering business. So I was working 40 to 60 hours a week and I was burnt out. I would notice at the end of the day how exhausted I was. I was achy from sitting in a seat of a bus for 2.5 hours. And then when I started drinking this drink, just 1 ounce a day, I not only realized that I wasn't getting sick when all the kids on my bus were coughing and sneezing and all those fun things that kids do because they're gross, but I also realized that I was jumping out of my seat a little bit quicker. I was getting out of bed a little easier. I wasn't getting those tightness of joints and those aches and pains, as well as my energy being higher. So it's been almost 4.5 years now that I have been drinking Ningxia Red and putting this in the hands of my family as well to take as a daily supplement. And we have seen dramatic results. So I'm so excited that you are here to learn more about this. So I'm going to flip my screen over here so you can get the full view of this presentation. Maybe. Okay, so Ningxia Red is what you would hear of a goji berry. Most of you probably have not heard of a wolfberry, but you're probably more familiar with a goji berry. And goji berries are the same fruit classification as a wolfberry. It's just grown in a different region. The wolfberry is grown in the remote areas of China, formerly known as the Ningxia province. So Young Living's founder, Gary Young, had devoted his life to traveling the world, studying plants, in search of ways to bring these holistic approaches to our Western world. And it's because of his lifelong research and because of this company's 25-year steady growth that essential oils are really more mainstream. They've become a part of our society. It was the 1990s, shortly after he founded Young Living, that he learned about these Chinese people and what their secret to health and longevity was. So here's what happened. The poor inhabitants of the Ningxia province in China were found to be living unusually long and healthy lives. Their diet consisted primarily of eating an abundance of this Ningxia wolfberry or goji berry. And that was the thing that made the difference. So when the rich noticed that these poor farmers were actually outliving them and having superior health, they began to take a closer look. So there are more centenarians, or people living over the age of 100, in this province of Ningxia, China, than anywhere else in the world. And that is where our name of our product came for, this Ningxia Red. So what is it? Ningxia Red's a powerful antioxidant drink that contains whole Ningxia wolfberry puree, a super blend of blueberry, aronia, cherry, pomegranate, and juices, natural stevia extract, grapeseed extract, pure vanilla extract, and then our essential oils of orange, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine. This slide here is just the ingredient list if you wanted to take a look at what's actually in it or take a snapshot with your screen. But research shows that this infusion or combination of the juices that are combined in Ningxia Red's blend actually boosts one's one another's antioxidant properties to produce a higher ORAC measurement than that would be achieved if you just added all the scores together of those ingredients. So what this means is that sometimes the sum of the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So in the last 10 to 15 years, Young Living has sent this berry and the Young Living juice made from the berry and other fruits known for their levels of high antioxidants out for tests. The tests have confirmed history and what many people already knew. The Lycium barbarum variety that Young Living uses is superior in vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants than any other food. It's all found in one food. No other food in the world can do what this wolfberry has in food value. Ningxia Red has been recommended for its health, energy, and longevity benefits. Whole Ningxia wolfberries and other nutrient-dense fruit juices make Ningxia Red the perfect choice for supporting your health. So why is it so important? One of my favorite Young Living educators is Dr. Jim Bob Hagerton. He's amazing at breaking down like technical stuff into layman's terms. So I used his website, which is www.drjimbob.com for this next slide. And Dr. Jim Bob says that there are 4 core needs that everyone should have in their diet every day: fish oil, probiotics, vitamin D, and greens. And then he goes on to say that Ningxia Red is a close 5th. Kids should be taking it. Seniors should be taking it. Both men and women should be taking it. Your body is created perfectly, and it can heal itself day in and day out. But a byproduct of normal daily function is a thing we call free radicals. This is why we need antioxidants. But first, let's talk about the top 4 reasons why Ningxia Red is so vital to your diet. Number 1, so there are 2 different schools of thought when it comes to nutrition. There's micro and macro. Micronutrition, in this model, each individual nutrient is taken out of the whole and they look at it and reduce it to an ultra-specific view. Sometimes it's very beneficial and you might need an exact milligram dosing of calcium or potassium, but that's just how the body's created. An example of micronutrient would be like trying to isolate the exact mineral or nutrient out of an apple that's helpful for, XYZ, instead of just enjoying the apple and all of its benefits. And then we have macronutrition, and it's a totally different view of health and how it works with nutrition. In the macro model, even though individual nutrients are important, it teaches that the bulk of your nutrition should come from food-based sources. Getting them getting them that way in your diet, even if they are concentrated, makes it easier to process, and your body will absorb more of the nutrition in what you're eating. So this model doesn't get bogged down with each individual nutrient of that apple. They just say eat the apple. A great example that Jim Bob uses to explain this is with water. So water is comprised of 2 units of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen, H2O. Remember organic chemistry, right? So let's say, for an example, you had a fire in your home. If we take water as it's created and throw it on the fire, what happens? The fire goes out, right? But if we try and outsmart creation and let's take it apart and we throw straight oxygen on the fire, what would happen? So it's going to get worse. Now, if we throw hydrogen on that fire, you're going to light up the whole block, right? So keeping things in the order that they're created is super important. Ningxia Red is a liquid. Number 2 reason. So about 95 to 98% of people in our population have a weak or deficient digestive system. Wow, that's such a surprise. But it's true. Because of medications, stress, and processed foods, our digestive system and its function is under constant attack. And because of this, it's hard for your system to absorb everything you ingest or every nutrient from every supplement you take. So when you get it in a liquid form, it's basically pre-digested. And it's why smoothies and juices are so beneficial. When you get it in a liquid form, you absorb it faster because your body doesn't have to break it down, and that is huge. Number 3, our bodies produce free radicals every single second that we are alive. So you can think of free radicals as our exhaust system. Now, is the exhaust that's coming out of the tailpipe on your car every day normal? Yes, it is. But what would happen if we capped the tailpipe and that engine couldn't process that exhaust out? We'd start to experience some problems with your car and probably a hefty mechanic's bill, right? Well, our bodies are much the same way. If we don't have a way to clear out those free radicals from our bodies, then we age quicker. We eventually start to see symptoms of disease. So what can we do? Well, remember how I told you that your body's created perfectly, it can heal itself? Well, inside every one of your cells, you have antioxidant generators. And they work tirelessly every second of every day to wipe out as many free radicals as they can. The only problem is that with the amount of free radicals that we produce in our bodies can't keep up. So we need extra antioxidants in our food and in our supplements to help with this fight. Almost every single type of food or nutrient has a specific amount of antioxidants in it. And the scoring system to this is called the ORAC scale, ORAC. So to give you a perspective, blueberries have an ORAC score of 2,000. Ningxia red has an ORAC score of over 30,000. Now that's a ton. And we're going to have a closer look at ORAC very soon. Number 4 reason, all of our Young Living supplements, including Ningxia red, are what we call oil infused. That means that every supplement is paired with complementary essential oils in them. And this is so that you get the benefit of pure 100% therapeutic grade essential oils, and because it also increases the absorption rate of that product that you're taking. So you're not just going to be peeing out all the nutrients like you would in other supplement brands because your body can't absorb it. So it really is a win-win. And there are 4 different essential oils in Ningxia red that we mentioned. You have orange oil, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine. And you can look up the benefits of those 4 oils on your own. But basically, they all support pH, blood sugar, digestion, and immunity. So for centuries, residents of the Ningxia district of northern China have enjoyed the astonishing health and longevity supporting benefits of the wolfberry that grows there. However, due to the Ningxia region's physical and political isolation, knowledge of this potent superfruit remained relatively hidden from Western culture until recently. In 1993, as Young Living founder, president, and CEO D. Gary Young was traveling the world seeking the natural secrets of life, energy, and vitality, he was introduced to Chinese scientist Dr. Sorry if I mispronounce this, Songhui Chao, C-H-A-O. Dr. Chao told Gary about a delicious berry that had been prized for thousands of years in China for its powerful health-supporting benefits. And he further explained that the people who regularly ingested this berry led remarkably long and healthy lives. By combining the wolfberry with pure essential oils, Gary created the world's foremost functional beverage, Ningxia red. Young Living is proud to offer you the only nutrient drink on the market that combines whole Chinese wolfberries and pure therapeutic essential oils in a single beverage that tastes as good as it is good for you, and that's our Ningxia red. While in China, Gary also noticed that biochemists at the Ningxia Institute of Nutrition had analyzed the wolfberry and found it to be the most nutrient-dense food, one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. And Gary became convinced that this superfruit needed to be made available to the whole world. Now here's another great graphic of what it would take, like if you had to juice. Have you ever juiced before? You would spend lots at your local juice bar, right? You can only get the full value of fresh juice when it's consumed immediately. Now, it tastes great, but it's costly, it's messy, it's time consuming, and it's just not easy. So 1 ounce of Ningxia Red has the equivalent antioxidant power of eating 2 pounds of beets, 2 pounds of beet juice, 3 cups of raspberries, 2 cups of blueberries, 4 pounds of carrots, 2 quarts of carrot juice, 1 pint of orange juice, and 8 oranges. I mean, seriously. As we talked about earlier, Ningxia Red promotes free radical scavenging by providing high levels of powerful antioxidants. It also boosts energy, supports brain and cognitive health, as well as digestive health. The nutritive power of Ningxia Red fortifies the cardiovascular system and supports healthy blood pressure levels while promoting restful sleep. It aids the body's natural anti-inflammatory response and enhances immune function. It also provides nutrients needed for healthy insulin sensitivity and promotes a feeling of fullness if taken prior to meals. Now, backed by research literature, the wolfberry deserves its popular label of superfood. I mentioned ORAC earlier. How many of you are familiar with the ORAC scale? The ORAC scale measures the oxygen radical absorption capacity in different foods. Free radicals are produced during normal metabolism and cell function, as well as from stress and pollutants in our air, water, and food. The oxidative stress caused by these free radicals is implicated in everything from the aging and wrinkling of skin to DNA damage, diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. Foods higher on the ORAC scale combat these free radicals for us. It's developed by the USDA researchers at Tufts University. It is one of the most valuable methods for measuring the ability of antioxidants to absorb oxygen radicals. The test showed that the wolfberry has unsurpassed ability to absorb those free radicals. And Ningxia Red has the highest levels of superoxide ORAC activity among its competitors. Let's look at this ORAC chart. These are some of the other goji berry drink products on the market and their ORAC rating. So some of these you might recognize from just the media, or maybe you've tried some of them. So it's nice to compare where you see the difference between Ningxia Red and some of these other competitors. Wolfberries offer the eye 11 times the level of eye protecting zeaxanthin than raw egg yolks, which would be your number 2 source. 23% more protein than raw eggs, which is great for your muscles. For your heart, you get 91% more fiber than raw oats and 10 times the magnesium of raw strawberries. Now, if you love seeing science at work, this is pretty amazing. This is what your blood looks like most generally prior to drinking Ningxia Red, okay? Now, after drinking 1 ounce of Ningxia Red, look at what your blood looks like. They're no longer stacked like coins. They can get oxygen in there. They're going to breathe better. When your cells are breathing better, you don't get as tired. They don't stick together. You're not going to get those achy, stiff joints. So pretty amazing stuff. So why do you need to get started today? Well, food, even organic, is so nutrient depleted today. Our land is grossly overfarmed and overprocessed. It's tainted with pesticides and fertilizer. An orange from the 1950s was full of vitamin A, which was precious for our sight and our immune defenses. But to attain the same amounts of vitamin A today, you would need to consume 21 of those oranges. Onions and potatoes no longer contain any traces of vitamin A. The iron content in meat, it's been cut in half. Calcium in broccoli, divided by 4. To ingest the vitamin C contained in an apple from decades ago, you would have to eat 100 today. So I truly believe that there is no better food on the planet to support someone's overall wellness today than Ningxia Red. So let's talk about cost. It's recommended that adults drink 1 to 2 ounces a day, 2 times a day. so you can build up to 4 ounces a day. Kids would be half that as a rule of thumb. Now, I personally like to drink my Ningxia Red in the morning. I find that it gives me energy all day long, or I'll take it right after lunch just to get over that afternoon slump. Some people do like to take it at bedtime, but for me, I find that it gives me too much energy and I can't fall asleep. But do what's right for you. Now, several years back, someone from Young Living, their home office, calculated what it would cost comparatively if someone had to juice daily to get the nutritional value of 4 ounces of Ningxia Red daily. Check this out. You would have to eat the equivalent of 81 pounds of food every single day to equal the antioxidant value of just 2 servings of Ningxia Red, or that 4 ounces. In order to get the same antioxidant nutritional equivalent of 4 ounces of Ningxia Red, this would cost around $7,500 a month. Obviously, that's not feasible. But for anyone that has ever juiced before, you know how expensive it is. Ningxia Red is so much more cost effective, and you don't have all the work and the mess. So how can you get started with Ningxia Red? There are several ways to purchase, depending on your budget and your needs. The first way is with our Ningxia Red Starter Kit. Both current members of Young Living as well as non-members of Young Living can purchase this discounted bundle. And this kit will provide you with 2 25-ounce bottles of Ningxia Red, as well as 32 of the little 2-ounce packets that you see there off to the left. It also gives you tons of extras, including our amazing bottle of Northern Lights essential oil, which is grown in British Columbia. And I just love this oil for nourishing dry skin. It's very grounding. It's a great one to diffuse at bedtime. You're also going to get the most recent catalog, the product guide, and a bunch of other goodies. Now, the cost of this kit has been discounted to only $199.75, plus your tax and your shipping. Your shipping is generally around $10 or so. The second way is by purchasing bottles or packets. Now here's a cost breakdown so you can see the current cost per ounce, and that's the 2020 numbers. But the smallest quantity you can purchase at a time is either a 2-pack of bottles or a 30-pack of the packets. As with anything, obviously buying in bulk is generally cheapest. So you can see that the Ningxia Red Essential Rewards Kit shown at the bottom there is definitely the most economical at only $1.48 an ounce. The Ningxia Red Essential Rewards Kit is absolutely the best bang for your dollar, and it's how I usually purchase my Ningxia Red. This is especially convenient if you're going to have multiple people in your home drinking this. So having the whole family enjoying this superfood is the best way to keep everyone healthy and above the wellness line. This kit includes 4 bottles as well as 30 packets of the Ningxia Red, and it's by far the cheapest way at $1.48 an ounce. I'd like to use the bottles for at home, and if I'm traveling or putting in lunch bags or on the go, I grab the packets. And they freeze really well in the summertime and make amazing popsicles for the kiddos. The final way you can get your Ningxia Red is actually for free. And Essential Rewards is our amazing customer loyalty program. There is no other loyalty program on the planet that matches or even comes close to what Young Living offers. We have over 500 different plant-based, non-toxic products to choose from. And this is how you can really start to up your health and wellness game, is by switching over some of those traditional products to Young Living. And you're able to do it through our monthly reward program. It's absolutely free to join. You can join at any time and get off at any time. But what this does is this pays you back for shopping. So you earn right from day one, 10% back on your purchases. It goes into a little shopping spree account. So you can use your points that accumulate to buy your Ningxia Red. And I know a lot of people that like to do that. They buy their everyday household items through Essential Rewards and use that in their monthly budget, and then they cash out their points and get Ningxia Red for free. It is an unrivaled program. You will absolutely love it. Give it a try. It's amazing. You're going to love, love, love having your little spending sprees. So this concludes our presentation for today. So thank you for taking the time and exploring the next steps in your wellness journey. So if you are not yet a Young Living member and someone referred you and gave you this link, please go back and tell them. They are so excited to help you get started. And if you found this link on your own, or you're just looking for some support that you don't yet have, I would be honored to partner with you and be your wellness buddy and help you get started off on the right track. I have a great welcome kit that I like to send people. So if you are looking to enroll with me, go to youngliving.com, click on become a member. And when it asks you who referred you, put my member number in the enroller and sponsor spot if you have no one else. And my member number is 3144314. So I am super excited to see you get started and see these amazing benefits that are going to transpire over the upcoming months. Thank you for taking the time today, and have an amazing day.